is SportsCenter with Elle Duncan and Kevin Nagandi.
These are all big facts. We are 3 sleeps until the homecoming of the century. That's not hyperbole, I think. What are Brady and Belichick focused on as they prepare for the game? Plus, Kevin, we've got the latest on the severity of Lamar Jackson's latest injury.
And Brian Windhorst will join us with much more about Kyrie's future in Brooklyn. Wendy also has more on the Sixers, as Joel Embiid has some strong words about Ben Simmons today.
All right, joining us now, our senior NFL insider, Adam Schefter, is going to take us through some updates with the Buccaneers' significant injuries, and I want you to start there with Tom Brady's favorite target, Gronk, and those ribs.
Well, Elle, for a second straight day, Rob Gronk.
I'm so glad you brought that up. It was one game. It's not as much as the 326 that Tom had there, but nonetheless significant, as he'll be back in New England. Adam Schefter with the latest here. Thanks, Shefty. Joining us now, Jeremy Fowler, who is live ahead of Thursday Night Football. A lot has been made and will be made of this chemistry between Jamar and Joe Burrow. This is really, despite it being Jamar Chase's rookie season, their 3rd year together. How has that helped their chemistry early on?
Well, Elle, this duo is so hot right now.
And Orlovsky that really illustrates the chemistry between those two coming up. Let's talk about the other side of this, that being Trevor Lawrence. I highlighted some of the foibles, right? Those interceptions, the turnovers. What does he need to do better, and how is he sort of viewing this game tonight?
Well, I just spoke with teammate Josh Allen.
I have a 5-speed, right? As you learn along the way, you're going to ruin the transmission a little bit, but you're also going to get moving at some point, right? And that's exactly right, because there's definitely been some highlights among these 3 games for Trevor Lawrence as well. Jeremy Fowler, a highlight of the show. Thanks for joining us here on SportsCenter. Chase also balled on that national championship. 221 yards, couple of touchdowns. Dan Orlovsky joining us now. A lot's being made of the chemistry between Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow because of their history together from college. Can you sort of show the people at home what that looks like?
Yeah, first of all, beat man coverage, and second of all, trust when I give you a chance to go make a play, you do. You're gonna go win. Check Jamar Chase. And then when big explosive plays are needed, and maybe it's not, hey, my guy, between quarterback and receiver.
Which is why they have 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games. And honestly, they haven't even opened up this thing. We're going to see.
We're going to
see. It's certainly coming. Maybe tonight against the Jaguars, the team you're going to talk about, and specifically Trevor Lawrence coming up. A very level-headed response from Tom Brady. I would expect nothing less, as our Patriots reporter Mike Reese joins us now live from Foxborough with more. I mean, look. Both sides are doing this, so like, it's another opportunity for a win. I'm focused on just getting a win. Whatever. Brady's coming back. So what's the buzz around the organization in preparation of that? A steak in front of a rabid dog for years, and then finally opening that cage. We'll certainly see it. And don't worry to Matt Judon, because next week the Patriots, well, they play the Texans, and no one will ask them any questions at all. Mike Reese joining us here on SportsCenter. He doesn't chug beer, he sips Malbec, and he's also on Monday Night Football, and he joins us now. You're classy. This is a classy show. Lewis, behind all the Brady returns to New England hoopla, who do you see as the biggest X factor in this actual game? You could certainly endear yourself to that Patriots crowd if you have the best game of your young career against Tom Brady. Let's go to the game that you're going to be at on Monday. A lot of intriguing matchups, Lewis, in this one, but which one intrigues you the most?
If it's not already.
I was going to say, it's going to get very wild in Vegas for those folks that certainly are never wild at all. Yeah. Lewis Riddick.
Of course not.
Never. Yeah. They need no reason to party. Lewis Riddick joining us here on the board tonight as we say hi and hello. Also 3 sleeps, Kev. Oh. Till the homecoming of the century. We debated. Is it decade? It's century.
It's the century. Yes.
So what are Brady and Belichick focused on as they prepare for the game? And we've got the latest on the severity of Lamar Jackson's latest injury.
And Brian Windhorst will join us with much more on Kyrie's future in Brooklyn. Wendy also has much more on the Sixers, as Joel Embiid had some strong words about Ben Simmons today. That's not nice, Elle. The 25...
Monica McNutt, rather, join us here in studio, if I could say her actual name. I'm here. The Sun obviously need a win tonight, but you somehow think that the reigning WNBA MVP and Jonquil Jones is not going to be a part of how they're going to get it?
So she is a part,
okay.
But their post players, played well.
And hopefully Jonquil can get it going in the 4th. That's the one thing, right? She got a little bit quiet in that final frame. In that second game, the Aces trying to take a 2-0 series lead, as I said. Why is Las Vegas so challenging to deal with?
Because they have so many weapons.
Is that they're going to get, we expect, a high-scoring affair. Yes. It was a shootout in game 1. Both of these teams can put up buckets. We'll see that. The doubleheader tips off at the top of the hour right here on ESPN2. Make sure tied at 1-1. Okay. How's the Phillies-Braves game going?
That doesn't matter. We're going to update you, too. The Red Sox, who were behind the Yankees by a game, right?
Yeah.
And half a game up on the Mariners for that second wild card. They are down 3-1 to the Orioles.
Yeah. It's called deflecting. What's going on with the Braves and the Phillies game?
Congratulations, Elle.
Magic number at 1.
You won the National League East.
I don't care about the division. You care about the division. You're sort of like roadkill on the way to the World Series. WNBA is coming right now.
National League East champs, those Atlanta.